Now, using the word friendship, is that pretty much the relationship, like the way she sees Oliver right now? Does she see, I mean, obviously before she knew he was the Hood and he was just coming to her for IT help, she kind of had a crush on him anyway.
I mean, he's Oliver Queen.
Right.
He's Oliver Queen. I mean, it's like meeting Prince, it's meeting the prince.
Right. But now she knows him. Now she knows all of the sides to him. Mm-hmm. How has that changed her perception of him?
Well, I think like the first thing is that, we have Oliver Queen, then we have the Hood, and now we have Felicity as part of this trio, so she knows Oliver Queen, and she knows the Hood, and she sees where they connect, and then therefore he's a superhero and a real human being. And then we have lives at stake. There's no other bond that you can't, I don't even know how to describe. I have to say friendship because obviously they're not dating right now.
Right.
Or if they will be, I'm not sure. So I'm stuck with, I don't have a better word from it, but the friendship, like, it's just there's so much going on. I mean, Diggle's there too. The relationship is so strong. There's so many secrets that we're all keeping, and, there's a huge bond being created.
And it definitely seems like he's trusting Felicity more and more, brings you back out in the fields in a couple weeks. Yeah. How is that different from the art gallery experience?
There's no bomb to my neck.
Well, that's good.
There's no bomb to Felicity's neck. What's different is that she volunteers. She, as opposed to being Oliver saying, okay, we're all going to an art auction, we're going out on the field, and Felicity being like, all right, this is what we're doing. She says, this is the only way we can do this. I'm going to go out and do this by myself. And it is the last resort. I mean, Oliver wouldn't, he even said, he goes, there's no way I'm letting, and she, what else are you going to do? You can't, there's no other choice. And so, she puts on her big girl pants and she goes on out there, or her dress. And we see her go, I can do this. We see her become more confident, and I think that's huge.
Is the danger level the same, though?
Danger's more, way more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we saw Felicity pick up Arrow's bow at one point. We saw her train a little bit. How ready is she to really take on some more of that physical aspect?
Well, I think when we see her go back out on the field, I think the training and the physical training she's been doing just gives her a sense of confidence. We don't see her do any close quarters combat because we're not there yet.
Okay.
Obviously, she hasn't been training long enough. She is, she didn't go to war like Diggle did, or she wasn't stuck on an island like Oliver was. And we have to give respect to that took a long time and a lot of training. And I think it's 7 months, I think, in the series. She's only been doing this, so she's not, and she's been training for probably 2 of that, right? So we don't see her, be able to defend herself physically. We don't see that yet. I really hope we'll get to, or learn more about, or hope Felicity gets to learn more about that. But I think just training and learning self-defense gives you more confidence. And so she has the confidence to volunteer to go out onto the field.
Okay. And last time we talked about how her main mission is to find Walter. She's so focused, and she's getting closer.
Yeah.
How will what she learns about Walter's disappearance maybe change her attitude towards this whole vigilante team mission?
Well, we do get to learn more about Walter's disappearance as we learn more about the Undertaking and learn more about Moira's involvement. And what, by that point, and still evolving, we see Felicity become her judge, her morals of how she started getting into this and how she was only going to help Walter have changed because she is saving lives as much as she is destroying, a couple individuals' lives who have done terrible things, given. We're saving, Felicity, Oliver, and Diggle are saving more lives than they are hurting. And she looks at each life that they're taking away as an individual life, as opposed to, how Oliver sees them as, saving Glades, which is a huge, under a huge umbrella. So I think we get to see that, and, each episode, which is interesting, Felicity is one step further in, and one of her, what was holding her back before sort of falls off each way.
Okay.
She's leaving breadcrumbs that she's not going to go back to.
How much is she maybe falling onto other people's radars? Dark Archer, Moira, other villains in the city.
We do get to see Felicity. Felicity's so good at hacking that she doesn't really get found out, right? We get to see her get into she gets to get caught.
Okay.
I'm not going to say anything more.
In the episode where she's in the field, I would imagine.
We don't see Felicity in the field is playing. Like I said, she becomes more confident, and she sort of sees herself as playing a character, and therefore she derives confidence from that. So she doesn't necessarily. People aren't like, oh, that Felicity Smoke.
Gotcha.
She's trouble, you know. But they're like, oh, that woman who's possibly doing something terrible.
Right. Who maybe now they need to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
Okay.